Aujourd'hui, il est évident que le sexisme est très courant. Dans cette vidéo, je montrerai ce que les jeunes savent sur le sexisme. Bien qu'ils sachent que le sexisme est injustifiable, ils n'en parlent jamais. Alors, le sexisme reste un sujet tabou. Ma but ici est d'encourager des conversations intellectuelles sur le sexisme pour rendre les jeunes plus conscients.
Sexism has evolved. Not it's not as outright as it used to be. Sexism in America today is a lot more subtle, but I think it's as prevalent and as strong as it's ever been.
Society kind of meshes or tries to fit women in a certain type of standard, compared to what you see on TV. It's still the boundary of, can a woman have it all? Can she have a career? Can she have family? Love, life, happiness, friends, and trying to balance that.
It's harder to notice if you're not looking for it.
If you're a pretty woman in the workforce, you have to show your brains more so because people just assume you got there because of your looks.
In order to be on an equal playing field as, male counterparts, I feel like females have to do a lot more to be respected.
Society as a whole, they expect a woman to be able to bear children, have a career, and be able to tackle wear as many, as the 10 hats, and still be able to provide and be nurtured and caring. Sometimes it's a lot.
I think that people think women are more emotional. They don't. Sometimes people do say it out loud, but sometimes they'll probably just roll their eyes in the back like, oh, she has something to say about how she feels.
I feel like women are smarter than men. Any woman that's reached a level of high ranking, that they manipulated their way to the top and they didn't just earn it by working harder than everybody else. That women that are very, open with, their styles and their senses of fashion, that they're promiscuous all the time.
A woman, compared to how she looks, can get her foot in the door anywhere. Whether it be a corporate CEO position, whether it be, on the board of directors, whether it be an entry-level position, a lot of people feel, especially men, even for male friends of myself, feel like a woman's looks plays a significant role in how she does well in her career. It's like, rather based off my credentials and my, experience, how I look in the interview plays a part of whether or not me getting the job, and that is BS to me, and it shouldn't be like that. So yeah. When a woman knows what she wants and doesn't take any BS, she's known as a bitch across the board. She's, arrogant, she's bossy, she's a diva. How am I a diva if I just know what I want and how I want it done? And I think that's kind of like the barrier that's been kind of the blurred line. A woman can't be, have the mentality of a boss like a man would. Otherwise, she's not good to work with. She has an attitude problem. Even I could have just as 10 plus years experience as the man could, but of course he's a man. People are gonna already gravitate towards the idea that he knows more than I do. In reality, I'm the expertise.
I think those have kind of gone out the window. People do what they can, and if the woman has a better job, she'll go out and make the money.
Because I come from a single parent household where my mom played mom and dad and wore many hats. The mom, she doesn't get to be Betty Crocker sitting and bake cakes all day. My mom works 14 to 12-hour shifts.
Traditional family roles are dead because fathers are missing, and the only people that are there, the mother pretty much is the family. So
I think the roles are still there. I think the characters have changed.
Okay.
Or the actors have changed. So you still have the nurturer, you still have the provider, and you still have, of course, the children. But those characters might be, the mom might be the provider, the dad might be the nurturer.
There are many men that father children, but they're not looked at to be like, oh, you need to go home right now because you need to pick up your kid. But if a woman is staying late at work, she doesn't care about her kids. You know?
As a mother, it's automatically, you have to be nurturing as well. When your child gets sick, as a mother, your first instinct is, okay, all right, let me leave work, da-da-da-da. But if you're a single parent, you can't. You can't call out sick days like you would, if you had a husband at the house to take care of the child. You have to provide. You have bills to pay.
It does make me upset that still happens. Because it's like, at what point, I'm like, it's clear now that you can clearly see that I can do just as good, if not better job than he can. But because he has a penis between his legs, he gets more money.
Like, if two people are working the same job, they have the same qualifications, the same background, as far as education is concerned, I don't understand why one person will get paid less than another. So it bothers me a little bit. Well, for women, what they need to keep on doing, what they've already started, is educating themselves and kind of letting people know that it's still going on, even though you don't hear about it, even though it's not front page news anymore. It's still there, so they need to keep educating themselves on it.
I feel like it starts in our school systems. It's like, because that's where so many of our children spend so much time, and so these children grow into adults that have these cultivated ideas of what they think life should be.
Yeah.
I feel like people should stop preaching, the man is a man and the woman is a woman. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
And then to go back even further than that, it's like we should stop with our men, children. Oh, you're a man up. Be tough, stuff like that, or you're a girl, be girly. What does that even mean? Why can't I just be myself?
I mean, ultimately, even with society, only thing I can say to change it is to recognize the glass door, recognize it, and find different ways to push through it. Like, even whether it be coming up to your boss and asking, and hey, I would like to talk about my promotion. Even if you are, it's a little stuff like that can plant the seed and sow the seed of, opening the door for the next generation.
Pour mettre fin à ces problèmes, tout le monde doit parler sur le sexisme et encourager la discussion sur le sexisme. Les femmes, avec les hommes, doivent travailler ensemble pour exposer chaque personne et entreprise qui tolère ces pratiques hypocrites.